Welcome to Cut Up, a video series where I talk about specific scenes in movies and cut them up or turn a rom-com into a math equation. This time we're talking about While You Were Sleeping, a very popular romantic comedy that has many fans who love it. I am not one of those fans. I just really hate the writing trope of a person tells a lie and then they just have to keep telling that lie and it builds and it gets out of hand and then they have to tell everybody it was a lie and then at the end nobody cares anyway. Not my thing. But I was never the target demographic for this. Not now, and not when it was released when I was 12. I was probably watching Billy Madison or Three Ninjas Knuckle Up in the theater next door. I was not, and am still not interested in watching a movie about Sandra Bullock in oversized sweaters.
Say hello.
Hello, Luce. Nice, sweater.
Thank you.
But I watched this thing for my fiancée. She loves this movie and loves watching me get upset at movies like this even more because we just end up talking and making fun of it together. It's a lot of fun. Some of you probably already do this, and thanks to me not caring what was going on, I mostly just focused on the cool shots of Chicago in this film. And I started to notice there are a lot of them. I don't remember seeing this many establishing city shots since I saw The Town.
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people.
Whose car are we gonna take?
So, I started to wonder how much of this movie is just shots of Chicago. Now, in order to figure that out, I'm gonna have to do some really intense and complicated math. So, unless you have, I don't know, like a degree in symbology from Harvard with a minor in While You Were Sleeping, you're probably gonna get lost. So I'll try my best to explain. I'm gonna scrub through this whole movie and pull out every shot of Chicago. Now, technically, Chicago is in the background of every shot because it was filmed in Chicago, so we'll need some rules. I came up with two simple rules. 1, shots have to have no main characters in them, and the main focus is on the city. This one's pretty obvious, and it accounts for almost all of the shots I collected. 2, if a character is in the shot and talking, then I don't count it, unless it's clearly a shot being used to show off the city around them like this one. We have our two main characters talking, but the focus isn't on what they're doing, it's on where they're doing it. So that's it. All the shots you see here, I counted. I am not counting any of the establishing shots in the burbs, though. I'm only counting city shots. Now that I've pulled all those together, it's time to do the math.
The language of the universe that we call mathematics. Math that allows you to take these incremental steps beyond the capacity of your senses and perhaps even the capacity of your mind.
Hello, Luce.
Okay, here I got the numbers back from Northwestern University and the Wiener Circle. And with an exact 1 hour and 40-minute runtime from opening credits to the start of the ending credits, that gives us a nice round 100 minutes of runtime. Can you guess the percentage of runtime that are shots of Chicago? I'll give you a second while I show you these shots. These are all ones that I'm counting. Okay, got your guess? Answer. There are exactly 5 minutes and 44 seconds of shots of Chicago in this film. So, rounding up a little, While You Were Sleeping is roughly 6% shots of Chicago. That seems like a pretty big number, but I don't really have anything to compare it to, so I thought, how much sleeping is in While You Were Sleeping? Is there more Chicago than sleeping in this movie? Well, first off, he's in a coma, so I don't know if you really count that as sleeping, but the movie calls it that, and the guy isn't hooked up to anything, so you know what, maybe he is, maybe he's just sleeping. So I'm gonna count every moment this guy was knocked out on screen as sleeping. So even when he's laying on the tracks with Sandra Bullock, I count that. Also, why isn't this train stopped? The driver can clearly see them. This is an L train, not a runaway freight train. This CTA driver is out for blood. Anyway, I cut out all the sleeping parts, and how much is sleeping? Take a second and guess. Do you think it's more or less than Chicago? Well, there's roughly 2 minutes and 46 seconds of sleeping. I rounded up for the Chicago shot, so I might as well do it here. That means 3% of while you were sleeping is sleeping. So with 6% being Chicago shots and 3% being sleeping, that leaves 91% of the movie for Sandra Bullock to tell lies and neglect cats.
Come on, Mal. Mal.
Hello, Luce.
So then I thought, how can I put this in perspective? How does this compare to any other movies? And I thought, Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton only has 17 minutes of screen time, and his character is the name of the movie. But the runtime in that one is 92 minutes, meaning he's only in the film 18% of the time. Still more than our Chicago shots. Anthony Hopkins famously won an Oscar for only 16 minutes of screen time in Silence of the Lambs, and that movie is 1 hour and 58 minutes, meaning that he was in the film for only about 14% of it. So, like these actors, Chicago seemed to be on screen for a little longer than it actually was. But I want to know if there are any characters that are well known in pop culture that have had less screen time percentage-wise than this. Gotta do some more math.
Maple syrup is supposed to be on the table before the pancake.
All right, I've emerged from my movie and opium den with answers. Edna Mode from the first Incredibles only has 5 minutes of screen time, and an hour and 55-minute movie means that she's in 4% of that movie. Judi Dench won an Oscar for her 10 minutes in Shakespeare in Love. That's a 2 hour and 3-minute movie, meaning Judi Dench won an Oscar for being in 8% of Shakespeare in Love. And finally, Draco Malfoy. He has approximately 31 total minutes in the whole Harry Potter film franchise, and those movies have a total combined runtime of 1,180 minutes. That gives Draco 2.6% of screen time. Rounded up, that's equal to the amount of sleeping that is in Sleepy Time Chicago. I don't know what to do with this information. Seems interesting though, and I had fun collecting all of it. But I'm still not done. I have one more thing that I would like to check out in this film.
But we do have one more thing.
In the movie, the real turning point for Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman is their night together walking in Chicago. They start the night in downtown Chicago and end the night outside of her apartment in the Logan Square neighborhood. If they were walking together this whole time, how far did they walk? And is it practical? Or is it like the Rocky montage where he's just all over the city with no real rhyme or reason? Well, I know Chicago pretty well, so this will be easy to figure out with some help from Google. So here is where they were in the movie Downtown. It's the Old River Walk on the north side of the river. You can see that the only thing that has really changed is these lights are black instead of green now. They end the night here at Sandra Bullock's apartment in Logan Square. You can see the building is exactly the same. Same archways, courtyard. You could even still see this bowl thing. That's pretty cool. So, the best way to get to Logan Square from downtown would be just taking the blue line from the loop, which, they could have done and maybe probably did, but the movie seems to insinuate that they walk and are kind of talking the whole way home. So if they did walk, how long of a walk would it be, and would it be difficult? Well, looks like this is just a little under a 2-hour walk. Probably less if it's late and, you could just walk on red lights if there's no traffic. It's only 6 miles, and Chicago is as flat as can be, so that's an easy 6 miles. So, yeah, that's actually pretty believable. Chicagoans do a lot of walking, and it's a pretty straight shot from her apartment to downtown. So, yeah, realistic.
All right, fine. I want my stuff back.
Fine. Then I want my stuff back.
What stuff?
Your nose.
You can't take my nose back.
I paid for it.
Well, then here. You paid for these, too.
Keep them. I'm a changed man, Ashley.
Go ahead. Go ahead and marry her, you one-balled bastard.
There you go. Now you know the percentage of Chicago shots and how long it takes to do their walk. If you want more completely useless information like this, make sure to subscribe. I am a very small channel and I put a lot of time and work into these videos, so I greatly appreciate every view I get. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It costs you nothing. Thanks for watching. Latest.